Before we dive into today's deep dive, we have a monumental milestone to celebrate. Just today, the nominations for the Magnolia Awards, one of China's big three and most prestigious television honors, were officially announced. Xiao Zhan has been nominated for Best Actor for his transformative performance in The Legend of Zanghai. This nomination is more than just a title. It's the mainstream industry officially recognizing his evolution from a global superstar into a serious actor. For people who follow Chinese dramas, this isn't just another nomination. It's proof of professional weight. But how did he get here? Was it simply talent? Or was there something deeper behind it all? To understand why Xiao Zhan deserves the Magnolia nomination, we have to go back to a shocking 48-hour stretch that revealed the soul of the man behind the fame. It began on the red carpet of the 2026 Macau Asian Art Film Festival, where all of Asia's spotlights were fixed on one person, Xiao Zhan. Dressed in a custom Saint Laurent suit and top-tier Boucheron jewelry, he looked every bit the untouchable superstar. Calm, elegant, completely in control. And yet, hidden beneath all that glamour, there was one small detail that almost nobody noticed. When Xiao Zhan reached out to accept the Golden Seagull Best Actor trophy, the camera zoomed in on his hand. Not just the trophy, the hand itself. Across his knuckles and the side of his palm were several fresh red cuts and abrasions that had not fully healed. Against the black sleeve of his suit, the wounds stood out sharply. These were not makeup effects designed for a photo shoot. They were real injuries brought directly from the set of 10-Day Ultimatum in Qingdao, where he had been filming intense action scenes as Qixia. In a survival thriller like 10-Day Ultimatum, Qixia spends almost the entire story fighting at the edge of physical and psychological collapse. To make those scenes feel real, Xiao Zhan reportedly refused most stunt doubles. Inside sets filled with concrete debris, steel bars, dust, and broken structures, he repeatedly performed climbing, wrestling, and combat scenes himself. The scars on his hands were simply the result of skin repeatedly hitting rough concrete during filming. What makes the moment powerful is not the injuries themselves. It's the fact that he never tried to hide them. He walked straight onto one of Asia's biggest award stages, carrying those scars openly, almost as if they were part of the award itself. If the award stage in Macau represented Xiao Zhan at the peak of his career as an actor, then what happened less than 24 hours later revealed something even more interesting about him as a person. Because almost immediately after the ceremony, Xiao Zhan appeared again in a live stream back in Qingdao. No luxury suit, no dramatic soundtrack, no overwhelming spotlight, just a white shirt, a light blue scarf, and a visibly exhausted but strangely relaxed version of himself. During the live stream, there were several tiny moments that immediately spread online. At one point, he played with a bow and arrow setup. The moment he focused on aiming, people instantly saw traces of the old Guojing energy again. Clean eyes, sharp movements, completely natural concentration. Then came another tiny moment that quietly went viral. He noticed willow fluff floating through the air and casually joked that they were friends visiting from Beijing. Such a random little sentence. But somehow, it instantly softened the entire atmosphere. Think about the situation for a second. At that moment, he was likely still physically exhausted from non-stop filming, overnight travel, award appearances, media attention, and severe lack of sleep. Most people under that level of pressure would either become emotionally distant or simply shut down mentally. But Xiao Zhan still had enough emotional space to notice something as small as floating willow fluff. That actually tells you a lot about a person's inner state. Later in the live stream, he laughed while looking at bath foam products, joking that the bubbles looked like whipped cream and were making him hungry. Again, completely ordinary. But those ordinary reactions were exactly what made viewers feel comfortable watching him. Because underneath all the luxury brands, awards, and industry pressure, there still seemed to be someone capable of reacting to life with genuine curiosity. Honestly, I think this may be one of Xiao Zhan's rarest qualities. He has the ability to walk out of extremely intense environments without allowing them to permanently harden him. Some celebrities slowly become emotionally guarded after years inside the entertainment industry. Others become distant. Some become trapped inside their own public image. But Xiao Zhan still seems capable of quickly returning to a very grounded emotional state. I would describe it as a kind of emotional noise reduction. He filters out chaos surprisingly fast, and once you notice it, you begin seeing it everywhere in that livestream. He casually talked about being afraid of heat, sweating easily, and loving hot showers after long filming days. Tiny details. But strangely enough, those details mattered, because they softened the enormous distance created by celebrity culture. For many international viewers, this kind of personality actually feels very refreshing. He does not project arrogance, nor does he lean into the cold, untouchable image many global celebrities eventually adopt. Instead, there is something emotionally clear about him. Not childish, not naive, just grounded. And honestly, after watching that live stream, I finally understood why so many people continue staying emotionally connected to Xiao Zhan after all these years. Not simply because he is handsome, not simply because he wins awards, not simply because he works hard, but because after experiencing fame, pressure, exhaustion, and non-stop public attention, he still somehow preserves the ability to respond to the world in a gentle way. Then, finally came the photo that spread across social media afterward, the famous burger gathering. Before leaving Qingdao for Macau, Xiao Zhan reportedly bought burgers for the entire 10-day ultimatum crew. After returning from the ceremony, he did it again. At first glance, it sounds like a very small gesture, but people inside the industry immediately understood why it mattered. Film sets are highly hierarchical places. Usually, once someone reaches top celebrity status, their attention naturally shifts upward, toward directors, luxury brands, investors, and media power circles. But Xiao Zhan still seemed capable of noticing the ordinary people around him. The exhausted crew members carrying heavy equipment late at night, the background actors covered in dust, the workers quietly cleaning the set after filming ended. And maybe that is why one extra actor's comment online touched so many people. He wrote, "For a moment, I felt seen." Honestly, that sentence says everything, because making people admire you is difficult. But making ordinary people feel genuinely noticed may be even harder. And perhaps that is exactly why this Magnolia nomination feels so meaningful. Over these 48 hours, Xiao Zhan revealed something much bigger than celebrity success. The scars on his hands showed the limits he was willing to push as an actor. The live stream revealed his emotional steadiness under pressure. And the burgers revealed the kind of person he still chooses to be behind the spotlight. That is why so many people continue protecting the Xiao Zhan perspective. Not just because of fame, not just because of awards, but because even while standing at the top, he still remembers how to look at ordinary people at eye level. And maybe that is exactly why the Magnolia nomination feels deserved.